Welcome back to Spence Outdoors. Today we're doing random stuff again. It just got done storming here. I mean, it was like Hurricane Tortilla. If you look back behind you, there's a big tree branch. I just noticed that. It's still over here, but it just got done storming pretty bad. But I wanted to shoot my bow today, so right after the storm, it's kind of cool and stuff. So I'm gonna shoot my bow, but before I do that, I had to load up Haley's car because we are leaving tomorrow to go to my mom's because she needs me to do work there at her house. Well, yeah, me to do work at her house. So I gotta load up the car with all the stuff that she wants me to get. She's supposed to be putting up a rack for her, and what else is she? I think she wants Haley to paint some furniture, outdoor furniture for her. So I'm packing up the car, and Haley details vehicles, so my mom wants Haley to detail her vehicles while she's there, so Haley's gonna have a long day tomorrow doing that. While I'm setting up racks and painting furniture. So, fun. And I gotta grab fourwheeler ramps. My mom's taking my sister's fourwheeler to the shop because it needs more. And I don't know if she wants me to load that tomorrow or what, but I'll find out when I get there, I guess. We've been doing some painting on some shutters. And I've also been doing some other cool stuff. Kind of cool, kind of not. This is my girlfriend's childhood BB gun right here, and I took it all apart and got to shoot. Wouldn't shoot. The barrel was clogged. It had like 3 BBs in it that was all rusted shut, and I just wanted to fix it for her because she was gonna throw it away, but it was from, she had it when she was a kid, so I didn't want her to throw it away, so I fixed it. I cleaned it like I would clean like one of my real guns, and I put all cleaning, like gun cleaning stuff in it. It don't build that much air. When I was a kid, I thought these BB guns right here would like literally put down anything. I remember shooting squirrels and birds with them, and they'd do the trick. But now they're kind of weak. It seems like. Also, another thing, I was gonna try to get this out before tomorrow, but I don't know if I can. It's kind of dark back there. I don't know if you can ever see. They have it covered with the pool flooding for some reason. But I need to get this motor out of here because that's transmission. I need to get this motor out of here because me and my stepdad are going to rebuild it. Put a new top end and bottom end in it, and then I'm gonna fix all the electrical on this four-wheeler. This is my four-wheeler from my childhood. I probably got this when I was 10 years old, and I drove it for probably 2 years, and then it just kept breaking down. We'd replace it, replace parts, and it would just keep breaking down. But the speedometer needs all new wiring. All this wiring needs mostly redone. There's only a couple things that don't need to be messed with, really. Put a battery on it and just see if I could even get power to these lights down here. And I couldn't get no power to the four-wheeler eyeball, so I'm just gonna go ahead and replace everything on it as much as I can. And my goal is to have it done by deer season. I don't know if that's possible. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna save probably a couple $1,000 where I would take it to a shop. I think they said like $2,000 to get it completely fixed, but I kind of want to learn all about it by myself, and it's sentimental to me. My grandpa bought me that, and so I'm gonna try to fix it. But I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna shoot and just get a couple reps in. I've been shooting every day for probably the last week and a half, just trying to get somewhat good. Not even I just kind of just been shooting as therapy. But I'm just not very good at shooting bows, to be honest. I love it. But I'm just not very accurate at bow. But you hand me a rifle, I'm dead. But I'm gonna move that down 30 yards. Sitting at 15. And I'm kind of, this is the only place I can set my target really. Over at my girlfriend's house, her ground is real hilly around here, so I have nowhere really good to set my target without shooting downhill. So every time I shoot, I have to aim a little bit up. But I guess it's good practice to know. I'm shooting way down. I'm like, it's hitting the bottom of the target. Some days I'm really, really good at shooting bows. Some days I'm really not. I think it's all just how I'm feeling. Let's see how this one flies. Haley came to your cats. Haley's cat had a whole bunch of kittens, and she'd been taking care of them for weeks. And well, they're going at it right now. They're just one's pissed. Here we go. Oh, last one was a decent shot. But let's go down here. I'm hitting way low on my target. Really, to be honest with you, I don't practice shooting long range on a bow. My maximum I really like to shoot is probably about 25 yards. I just now started shooting out to 30 the other day. When I'm bow hunting, I try to get most of my deer into 20 yards. That's where I just feel super comfortable. The farthest shot I've ever taken was at 35 on a deer, but other than that, I don't really like to shoot that far. That was a good group, the last two. The other two was hitting way low. I'm still hitting probably an inch or two low. But that's alright. We'll get dialed in. We've got all the way until October. I'm gonna have to buy some more of these arrows right here. They are kind of expensive. I think I was sitting at like $15 an arrow, I believe. And that's without my lighted Nox I buy. But I found these on Amazon, the lighted Nox. Maybe I'll have Haley try to put a link down in the comment to them. These lighted Nox that I got are, I think they was like $3. It was really, really cheap, and I love these ones. I have noticed that these ones, compared to Haley's ones that she got on her bow, she got the nocturnal ones, which are a pretty expensive brand. Hers last a lot longer than mine. She's had hers, and when she shoots all the time. But hers have lasted 2 years, whereas mine, I just threw them on this summer, and they're starting to go dim already. But what I'm going to do is just buy a whole bunch of those, because they're only $3. I'm probably buy a couple bags and just have them at my bow stuff. All my bow stuff's at my mom's house. I have a whole table of all my bow hunting stuff. I'll have to show you that tomorrow. Maybe I'll just maybe I'll do another video tomorrow at her house showing my bow stuff. So if you guys are curious about what I'm shooting on my bow, I'm shooting the Maximum Red at 350 spine. It's a pretty good arrow. I love it so far. It's not like the ones that I usually buy. It's made by Carbon Express. I used to just be into, not even gonna lie, I used to be in just the type of bow hunter that would just go buy some arrows from Walmart and call it good. But I noticed while shooting these, there's a big change in accuracy. Like I said, I'm not the best shot at archery by any means, so any help I can get, I'm willing to take it. So I decided to buy these arrows. The guy at the bow shop talked me into it. Not saying that like he said that I had to buy them or anything. He was just saying he thought this would help, and so I listened to him, and I ended up getting these arrows right here. And it has helped tremendously. My bow right here, it's sitting at, I think, 67 pounds right now. I think it's sitting at 67. I don't know, somewhere around there. It's in the 60 range. I would like to get up to 70 by hunting season. Just have that extra oomph behind that arrow to get to that deer. But I know a lot of guys at the bow shop, they say 60 is more than plenty, which it is. I think in Illinois, to be legal, I think you're allowed to shoot like 35 pounds to be legal for shooting a deer, which is pretty good. But I just like to shoot a little bit more. But that's what I'm shooting. And I also used to be a true fan of shooting whisker biscuits on my bow. Just to hold my arrow. I just now got this new rest, and I absolutely love it. I would highly recommend a whisker biscuit to anybody new in archery. Or somebody that's just anybody new to archery, or somebody that's just wanting to practice out in the yard. For bow hunting wise, I do like this rest a lot more better than the whisker biscuit. I feel like it's more quiet, and it just helps me shoot better. Anything to help my accuracy. And I bought this new single pin sight. I like it. I also like the 3-pin sight. I really I don't see no difference there. That's one thing I do hate about this bow. Absolutely hate about it. Is the back one is just like so spongy. Like you got to be pulling on that back wall the whole time. Whereas my other bows I've had, like I could just pull back and just hang there for a minute. But this one I got to have constant tension on it. Like I can't let off like anything, or it's wanting to go forward. I hate that. let's go check those out. And I'm probably done. I don't know, I can shoot a couple reps. I can shoot a couple reps like all through the day. But I don't like to shoot over and over because I feel like me just pulling back 60 pounds, 67, whatever it is. My arms get tired, and I don't like to constantly keep shooting because I feel like I just get fatigued, and then I'll be shooting like, I'll shoot 4 arrows out of it, and I'll start to feel a little bit fatigued, and I'll shoot another 4 arrows and start to even feel more fatigued, and then by the time I get to my third set of them, I'm shooting horrible. So I like to just keep it light. And one of the reasons I practice is I'm not trying to compete in archery or anything like that. I'm just trying to get good for deer season. So I just like to keep it light. I know that when the deer walks out, more than likely I'm going to shoot it with 1 arrow and it's all good. But yeah. I'm still shooting them extremely low. I'm gonna have to move my sight around a little bit and just get more dialed in. I ain't too worried about it. Like I said, I have until October. I'm hitting target at 30. Most of my shots are gonna be between 15 and 20 yards probably. Tops. I like to get them in close. I can't wait for hunting to start because I can't wait to do more videos of me out there hunting and actually getting out in the woods and stuff like that. Me and Haley are wanting to go back there because she's gonna be hunting with me full time this year. She's hoping to get a couple of does off her property. They have a group of about 15 does that come through and eat out in that field every once in a while. So she's wanting to kill a couple of does off there. And see, the problem here is where we hunt here at this spot. I got a couple spots I hunt at, but at this spot, the problem is back here in this field, it's more like just the deer come through here just to come through. They ain't necessarily staying for food or anything like that. They're just staying just to come through and grab a bite and then go back. Because there's a huge property in the back there, behind her property, that's just big buck heaven. There ain't necessarily no reason for the bucks to leave off that unless the dozes come here during rut. We have seen quite a few big deer back there, but they just come and they just mosey on through. As well as over here, that woods right there leads down to a big bottom. That big bottom right there holds a lot of deer because there's a river and there's a whole bunch of stuff that they can just, like, it's just, there's no reason to be over here at all. Now over here, there's a giant camp. Now that camp has like 300 acres. And there's no hunting lot on it whatsoever. So the majority of the big bucks are over there. But when they want to get over here, they run down to that other side of that bottom over there, which we can walk up here and I'll show you what I mean. They run up beside that big bottom there, and they run right through here. And then they cross over, and then we watched them the other day. Not a buck. We watched a doe and a fawn do it. I figured out the pattern. They're running from that woods right here. They're coming up over this road, and they're running up through there, getting to there, and then they run back to that backfield. So that's their pattern. I know exactly how they're doing it. As well as up down the road, they cross up that way too, and they go through the field and just cut across. Now, with it being all corn this year, when they pick that corn, that's my favorite thing to hunt, is corn, because the cornfields are typically the best spot to hunt. I feel like the deer are just more attracted to it. They like corn better than beans, so they're definitely going to hit that cornfield this year. So what I'm going to do is I think about just hunting right here, right back here, probably about 150 yards. Because the deer right here are just crossing right here and they're walking up that hill. So I think if I could get back in there and get tucked up in a tree or even on the ground on a ground blind, we'll be in good shape. Sorry, I got distracted. You know that ground blind video I did the other day? Well, Haley, zoom in. It's down there. And that's why in the video I said, you gotta tie it to the trees. Prime example. Because we'll do that. Out in the middle of the woods. When you're expecting a deer hunt, it ain't happening no more. But anyway, as I'm saying, right here in this woods right here, it's a whole giant camp, so no one's allowed on it. You're not even allowed on it to do anything. But this camp right here holds all the big deer. And matter of fact, the other night I was standing out here, me and Haley was having fire, and we seen a big buck right by those oil pumps. A big buck crossed, and he was a big deer. And he went from that property to the camp. So that's what the deer are doing. I've learned the landscape. I've hunted it for a couple years now. I know what they're doing. They're going from this property right here. They're crossing the road. They're going down this bottom right here, and they're crossing the road right here, going down to this big dip. They're walking this woods right here. They walk back there and they cross. Now my coon dogs right here are barking 24/7. So I was a little bit worried that he would see those deer cross and prevent him to cross. But as I can tell from the other day when we were sitting down here, a deer crossed and walked across that road. So that ain't putting no harm on him. That dog those deer don't care about the dog. Neither do the coons, because the coons have been coming to that trash pile every night. And my dog goes absolutely psycho. What I'm saying is that it ain't hurting the animal movement. So when the big buck crosses there, my plan is to be up in those woods and waiting. I just need to get a couple trail cameras out there and figure out when he's coming through and how to pattern him. So that way when it comes deer season, I can get up in there efficiently and kill him. But a lot of planning is going into this, and I need to get out there and I need to set up trail cameras and do some more land work. I'm getting surrounded by Haley's colt. Get off me. But yeah, I just wanted to speak to you guys about that, because I just figured out what the deer movement are doing. Quiet! The deer movement are doing right now. So my plan is to get back there, and I want to plant a food plot. This cat's going to get punted. You're tearing up my blue jeans. But so many things are happening right now. I mean, I'm getting attacked by cats. My dog won't shut up. Shut up! I want to get back there and plant a food plot for this deer to hopefully get them to stay more permanent there. Last year, I didn't film it or anything, but last year I went back there and I cut a couple trees and made it real thick for the buck to bed, like bucks to bed, and it's been working. We have a couple bucks back there been bedding. And last year, Haley about shot a nice buck off there that had a tumor on the side of its face. But we couldn't end up getting a shot. But anyways, I'm gonna try to find something else to do, and maybe I'll videotape it and let you guys see. So I decided to do some more stuff out here. My stepdad's want me to drop this motor off to him because we're supposed to be rebuilding it, but he wants to take a look at it and stuff before I do so. Right now, I'm taking off it's the belt, like the belt box where there's normally a cover covering all this. It's where the belt sits, because the spoiler is belt driven, and on top of that it has like 3 or 4 chains on it. But I'm taking off this because the motor's attached, and he wants the motor dropped off sometime this week. Well, I'm going over there tomorrow. I thought maybe I'll just drop it off tomorrow, but we'll see, because it's kind of being a pain right now. So I got the motor mounts broke off, and all that. And over on Haley's side, I just took out the drive linkage. Well, I took the cover off of it, so that way I can get it free. See if there's a Over here we got some carburetor parts. That's one thing I hate about this four-wheeler. It's just carbureted. I can't stand that. Okay, dude. Get some of these wires out of my way. Well, I guess they'll get wires on my way. I guess they'll. I guess they're all somewhat attached. Most of this electrical I ain't concerned about though, because I gotta redo a lot of it. Unfortunately. But at the same time, I'm also kind of glad about it because that just gives me a chance to know I did it good. And I'll learn the ins and outs of this four-wheeler, so if anything goes wrong on that, I'll know how to do it, change it. Look at this clutch right here. I'm not sure how to get off. I've also labeled every single part I took off this four-wheeler, so I know how to get it back together. That's the last thing you want, is to get it all apart. I don't know how to put it back together. Especially me. I don't really work on four-wheelers and stuff. I'll have to label those in a little bit, but I never really work on four-wheelers and stuff because that's just not my cup of tea. The only reason I'm working on this one is because it means something to me. This four-wheeler has been sitting since I was probably about 12 years old. And this belt on here looks almost brand new, because that's how much I got to drove it. If I figure out how to get this off, I'll see you back in a minute. If not, yeah, if not, I don't know. So, I tried a little bit. I called my stepdad about it. He said that we think that it has to be pulled off because it's like a pulley. So I'm gonna have to buy a pulley thing to get that off, I believe. But as for the rest of it, we think that I got the drive linkage off. I got the cover off of that. I got the cover off, and I got the bolts out of these. I think they just need to be pulled out of that motor because I think it's all inside there. And then the transmission, I think, needs to come out as well to get the motor out. So with all that being said, I ain't gonna get it off and get it over there tomorrow. So I'm not even gonna mess with it no more today. I'm gonna save it for another day. It's waited like 15 years. I can wait like 15 more. No, it's fine. I'm trying to get it going by deer season. There's so much more I got to do to it. But we'll get there. And I'm excited to video it for you guys, and so I can look back on it and remember what I did to it and stuff like that. But as soon as it gets back together and gets running, there's some cool accessories I want to add to it, like some wheels and tires, maybe a light bar. I don't know, I just want to make it the perfect hunting rig for hunting and just driving around here. But that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.